No, you know what, Monica? Fine. You know, you want me to be real with you for a minute, Monica? I will. I will be real, okay? You want to know why I didn't pick you, Monica? Because I do remember. I wanted to ask you something stupid, alright? In the women's locker room? That still doesn't make sense, Natsuki. What's up, everybody? Caesar Madrazo here, and welcome back to Doki Doki Summertime. We're going to continue today with the Natsuki route, but before we begin, you may notice something a little bit different on this home screen here. Monika is wearing her bikini outfit instead of her normal, just summer wear outfit, and I think that's because we unlocked all of the pictures of Monika. Like, we did the side date with Monika, so we got that final picture of her, so now she has the different outfit on. So, I'm guessing we have to do the same with the other three girls, just get all the pictures of them, and then that's going to be the thing that allows us to do the true ending route. So, we're going to go ahead and aim for that, so let's go ahead and load our game. So here we go. Let's skip. Alright, so is Monika mad? Or does she understand? Ah, Monika's still mad. Monika, what the hell? You told me at the end of your route to do all of the other routes. How are you going to get angry at me for doing the other routes? You know exactly what's going on here, Monika. You have no reason to be mad. I have to choose each of the girls once. In order to fully unlock your route, I was going to have you be the side date at least once. So you have no reason to be mad here, Monika. Alright, Monika, what are you going to say? Okay, everyone. I hope you all had fun today. I'm ending our meeting now. Gotta go tend to other obligations. Natsuki, would you like to join me? What? Why is... okay, is she gonna try to sabotage the Natsuki route? Or is she just taking Natsuki away so that she and I can't spend any time together? Well, I was kind of expecting me and her to spend some time together, but Monika's not having that apparently. Something didn't go how you expected? Don't worry, I'm sure the kittens will cheer you up. What kittens? Natsuki's eyes light up in a way that makes my heart sink with envy. You'll see. Come on, let's go. Bye, girls. She looks at me with slight disappointment. Bye, Caesar. See you later, Natsuki. I wave goodbye, and the two of them hastily leave the ice cream shop. On my way home, I look forward to playing some online games, but a bitter feeling is clouding my mind. I don't know what I was expecting to happen. Maybe I should have asked Natsuki and Monika if I could join them? Yeah, that's true. You could have done that. I decided to let it go. There's bound to be another day for that. Right? I don't know. Now we're on Saturday. I think Monika's up to something, guys. Even though she has no reason to be upset, I'm doing exactly what she wanted me to do. I have nothing planned for today, which means it's time to get some practice with my favorite champion in the game. But first, I'm gonna get breakfast, because I'm starving. On my way to the kitchen, Mom calls out to me. Are you ready for lunch, Caesar? Is it noon already? I check the clock in the kitchen and it says it's just a few minutes past 10. Mom, there's like 2 hours until that, unless you already have it prepared. I can see her sitting on the couch, casually reading a book. I can't see what it is from here. Is that so? I just assumed it would be past 12 by the time you finally woke up today. I roll my eyes and let out an exaggerated sigh. Come on, give me a break. It's like the middle of summer. Caesar, just because you don't have to go to school, it doesn't mean you should be on the computer all the time. I'm not. I was on my way to get breakfast. And after that, I fold my arms across my chest. I sigh again, but it almost turns into a yawn. Let me guess, you stayed up late playing Land of Legends again. Land of Legends, yes. No! Well, maybe. But you got the title wrong. Now she's the one giving me a sigh. Man, I almost regret coming out of my room. What are you having for breakfast? Not lunch, evidently. Do we have milk and cereal? I say that as I'm opening the fridge. Half of the second best breakfast is right there. I have just enough milk for baking, so don't use that. Why don't you try it with orange juice today? It's actually not that bad. Cereal and orange juice? Alright, so Mom's a little weird. There's a big carton of OJ menacingly staring back at me from the middle shelf. I'd sooner put pineapple on my pizza than try that. Hey, don't knock pineapple pizza. Pineapple is good on pizza, thank you very much. My eyes catch a glimpse of plastic packaging. Are those... Found it! You're not eyeing those pre-packaged pancakes, are you? Not anymore, they're already in my hands. This is the best breakfast. No, the best food in existence. I have to disagree. I'm not with MC on that one. Why don't you prepare yourself a normal meal? My pancakes take offense to that. There isn't any syrup as far as I can see, but these poofy pieces of paradise are heavenly enough on their own. Disregarding Mom's nagging, I gobble down all of them. You know, MC, you should probably respect your mom a little bit more. For the past several weeks, she has been giving you a lot of money to treat these girls to dates. It was definitely worth coming out of my room. Filled with energy from the pancakes and my mug of coffee, I go back to my room and boot up my computer. Ah yes, the menu music in this game always gets me excited at the start. Wait, I sensed a disturbance in that song. It's the sound of an email notification. The little pop-up window tells me that it's from Natsuki. Is Natsuki the one that's asking us out this time? Hopefully she won't ask me to go anywhere, because I'm already in the mood to crush noobs. The email reads, "Hey Caesar, it's Natsuki. I know this is a weird question, but do you have a spare whisk?" That's a weird thing to ask over email. Sundari, we know what's going on here, I think. I don't really exchange personal messages through email. Remaining seated, I roll over to the door and open it to initiate parent-child communication. Mom! There's no response. Maybe she's just upset because she noticed that I ate all the pancakes? Mom, do we have a spare whisk? Why do you ask? Do you finally want to help me with cooking? She asks the darndest questions sometimes. If I say no, she'll be upset. If I say yes, I'll make her upset later. Well, do we have a spare one? No, but you can use the only one. I don't need it today. Okay. I swiftly shut the door. Me and cooking is an unlikely combination. Then why are you with Natsuki? I mean, if you're going after Natsuki, then baking and manga should be the two things that you're most interested in. With one motion, I glide back to the screen in my chair. My hands land perfectly on the keyboard and mouse. If anyone saw me, they would either congratulate me on how cool that was or be weirded out by the stupidly proud grin I have on my face at that moment. I reply to Natsuki, "We have one, but we're not using it today. Why do you ask?" I assume she won't respond anytime soon, if she will at all, so I just start playing a match. As if it's some divine intervention to stop me from playing, Natsuki's next email reaches me before I actually join a match. Sure, it's nice to have a girl messaging me, but could this be not another request for a favor, please? They always just say thanks, and then they don't want to talk anymore. You know, that's been brought up a couple of times, and I get it, because that certainly does happen, but judging from how often it's been brought up, I'm guessing that one of the mod developers has had that happen quite a bit. I'm just saying, yeah, that does happen sometimes, but the number of times it's being brought up makes it sound like it happens all the time, which it doesn't. It's just when it does happen, you think, oh, okay, so just don't speak to her anymore because she's the kind of person that likes to use people. And then you just move on. Her email reads, "It's not like I wanted to ask you specifically, it's just everybody else is busy or whatever, so can I borrow it?" Again, I go and ask Mom. She's not a fan of the idea since she doesn't even know Natsuki. Ultimately, she said that she can come over and she might lend it to her. I forward the message. "I think you can, but you have to come over. Here's my address." Her reply quickly follows. "Ah, fine, but don't think this is a date or something." Now that that's sorted out, I'm ready to plant some shrooms in this arena. "Why aren't you helping me? I'm gonna report this scrub." Someone's knocking on my door. Bah, whatever, this team is useless. Can't even rely on them while I farm the jungle for gold. I get up from my chair and fling open the door. "Hey, Natsuki." Whoa, new outfit for Natsuki here. "Hey." Whoa, is this a dream? I pinch myself to make sure I'm awake. Ouch. What the heck are you doing? Guess I'm not dreaming. Sorry, I was just totally surprised that you came all the way to my room. Man, and we got those chord extensions happening on the piano, hell yes. Sorry, I was just totally surprised that you came all the way to my room. Don't be so weird about it. Your mom told me to come and knock on your door. I don't know whether to thank her or to be upset that she didn't tell me Natsuki was here. That's fine, don't worry about it. I wasn't going to. So, can I have that whisk? I'll give it back tomorrow, I promise. Not sure about it. Mom didn't say for certain. Don't tell me I came all the way here just to leave empty-handed. Chill. Let's go and ask her before you bite my head off like a praying mantis or something. Wouldn't that imply... whatever. I hope that's not a reference to bugs having sex. Then again, if that is what it's implying, that would be the least sexual sex reference that this mod has made so far. We head over to the living room and we ask Mom about the whisk. Would you mind talking for a minute, Natsuki? Sure. Natsuki takes a seat in Dad's recliner chair. Caesar, could you go and look for the whisk in the meanwhile? Do you know where I can find it? Just go and look for it. Jeez, talk about being unhelpful. Okay, so this is Mom being a little bit of an overprotective parent, making sure like, what kind of girl is my boy talking to? It's proving to be difficult to find that whisk since I don't really use anything other than utensils, plates, and bowls from the cupboard. Man, we've got way too much stuff in these cupboards. I don't even know what some of these are for. Like here's this thing. It looks like a piece of metal with an axe head shaped part perpendicular to the rest of it. If I found it outside, I'd think it's something from the Iron Age. This is taking forever. Is that whisk even in the kitchen? Found it yet? No. Seriously, I've been looking for so long. I'm beginning to think... I turn around to see Natsuki with her hand raised high. Oh, what the hell? Were Natsuki and Mom punking me that whole time? Where'd you get that? Your mom. No, yours. She briefly laughs at my attempt at humor, but it seems like she's restraining herself. Is she just trying to make me feel bad about not being funny enough? Or is she just pretending to laugh out of pity? Wouldn't be the first time, either way. So I guess you got what you came here for. Well, I did, but your mom said it would be fine if I stayed and made the cupcakes here. Would you like me to... Yeah, I guess I could use a hand with the dirty work. Oh. I was about to ask if I should leave her to do it on her own. I just wanted to play video games. Why are you looking at me like that? So you want me to help with baking? Well, it's not like I need you to help me. I just thought you wanted to. I see what's going on here. Alright, Natsuki, I'll help you. But only on one condition. Yeah? You give me something in return. Jeez, you already take some of the cupcakes. What else do you want? I didn't know that. Ha! You dummy. You think I'd leave without giving you some of the cupcakes I made in your own kitchen? It's fun to mess with you, but I'm not that nasty. Alright, what's the first step then, Chef Natsuki? Get me the flour. I don't know where it is. Oh boy. This is either going to be a lot of fun or torture. It can't be both? How? You know what? I don't want to know. Yeah, and I'm just not going to comment. It turned out to be fun after all, even though she only asked for the most basic things out of me. I followed her instructions to the best of my abilities. My mother tried to show me how to make icing properly a few times, but seeing Natsuki do it with her frail figure made it look like magic. Having finished with the beating, she dips her finger in the bowl and examines the icing. As if expecting a response from me, she looks over with pouty lips. What the hell? You better not be thinking of licking it off my finger or something weird like that. Natsuki, why the hell would you even bring that possibility up? I mean, I get that's a reference to the original game, but the fact that she's saying it, it's... Natsuki, you're the one who's being weird here. What? I wasn't... Or maybe I was. Unless... No. Okay. We place a tray full of raw cupcakes into the oven. As if on cue, Mom appears, offering her help. Caesar, why don't you show Natsuki around while the cupcakes are baking? Natsuki looks over at me and I feel a hint of suspicion coming from her. Hey, don't look at me. Mom's the one who suggested it. I guess. Yo, Caesar, do you have any other manga? I do, but my room is kind of messy right now. Don't worry, it's probably not as bad as my father's room. Well, didn't she already come to... Well, okay, she didn't walk in. She knocked at the door, okay. I take it back. Like, why is that coat hanger over there? For my school uniform? In the middle of summer? Fair point. I take the clothes hanger with me to the closet where I keep all my manga stashed away. So where do you keep your manga? It's right here. In the closet? Are you hiding it from your parents? No, there's not much I need to hide, really. I read all of these by now, so I don't go out of my way to buy new ones anymore. So it kind of makes sense to keep them here. But why don't you put them on your shelves? They must look better than all those boring books. Yeah, I guess. I just prefer to keep my room inconspicuous. Yeah, I get it. I try to figure out which manga to show her first. Some of these are really cool, but I don't think I have anything that would be to her liking. Whatever, I'll just get one volume of each, then we can talk about their plots and go from there. No more than a minute passed while I was browsing my manga collection, and Natsuki's already eyeing my little figures. If it was anybody else, I'd be really embarrassed for leaving them on my desk like that. I'm sure she'll be more understanding. Whoa, what are those? You don't know? Figures. No, dummy, what are they figures of? They're champions from a video game I often play. Most of them, at least. I already like this one. She shows me the most horrible creature out of that game. Skipping raccoon-looking creature with a green hat and tiny mushrooms below his feet. So I'm guessing all of the League of Legends fans out there will know exactly what he's talking about. Looks cute, doesn't it? Yeah. I didn't think you'd have something like this lying around. Me neither. But if you saw what this little monster does to others in the game, you'd probably change your mind. Then again, maybe you wouldn't. This one seems like a good match for you. She picks up a tiny rock golem creature and sticks it up to my face. The oversized log on his shoulder almost feels like it's a big middle finger to mock me. I don't even like that one. Because it reminds you of how dense you are? Damn, Natsuki. No, it's because it's from a game I don't even play. My mom bought it one day without even asking me about it. The name of the game is literally printed on the damn box, so I don't get how she missed it. Jeez, at least you got something from your mom. Yeah, I was gonna say, you're being a little bit of an ingrate, MC. I mean, your mom might not be that tuned in to your interests, but at least she thought about you enough to buy you something. I guess. Leaving the figures behind, we sit down on my bed. I laid out the volumes of manga beside me. We're just inches apart. Her face shows that she's fully engaged while looking at every one of them. The first one I show her as two extremely masculine guys staring each other down on the cover. One of them is blonde and the other has black hair. They're just inches apart. Back when I asked Mom to buy it, it looked really exciting. Now this cover's making me uncomfortable. It still looks exciting though. The next manga has a guy with black spiky hair featured on the cover. He's wearing bright orange clothes and his appearance suggests his power level is pretty high. Can I see that one? I reluctantly hand the manga to Natsuki. If I noticed it, I would have put it back before I embarrassed myself. It's just something I got when I was a little kid. She eyes down the cover more intently than any of the other ones. It shows a big-headed blue and white creature with a red collar. The entire thing screams it's for kids. She doesn't open it, just keeps looking at the cover. Is something wrong? Almost as if taken out of a trance, she jerks her head in my direction. No, it's just... Whatever, just take it. She shoves the manga back in my hands. Natsuki, it's okay if you want to read it. We're not in school, nobody will judge you for it. Thanks. I kinda wish we had somebody like you in the literature club. Really? Don't get any ideas, dummy. It's not like I like you or anything. What are the others like? They're nice, but I can't talk about manga with anyone. And the guys. Let's not even talk about them. Okay, then what about the girls? I imagine you don't get along with Yuri too well. No, it's not like that. We're actually really good friends. Maybe even best friends. It's just that she takes literature way too seriously and overanalyzes everything. She's the kind of person who would try to come up with a metaphor, even for freaking mint chocolate ice cream. If I didn't know her better, I'd think stuff like that is just a joke. And the others? Well, Monika mostly just listens, and Sayori can barely get herself to listen. I can see that happening. I'll be back in a few minutes. You can check out the rest of the manga in the meanwhile. This is kinda awkward. Maybe it's because of the coffee, but I awfully need to use the bathroom. Before going back, I look at myself in the mirror. I know she said it herself that this isn't a date, but I still want to impress Natsuki. Yes, I can do this. I can manage to be not creepy, cringy, or cranky, even though I'd still like to play my game. With a wide smile on my face and a giddy attitude, I walk back into my room. Well, that sounds a little bit creepy. Just walking back into your room with a wide smile and a giddy attitude? What the hell? That sounds like you're gonna do something to her. Natsuki! Oh no. She's holding one of those manga in her hand. Oh, what, hentai? What the frick is this? She's holding up the volume to my face. The cover has a white-haired girl in teal clothes. She's holding a pen and a notebook. The girl has a bothered look on her face. Natsuki, on the other hand... I knew it! You're a perv like the rest of them. Okay, so yeah, it's hentai. No, Natsuki, it's not like that. I don't... Yeah, then why does this manga have stuff like this? She fiercely points her index finger at a panel with a girl in a very suggestive body position. You're taking it out of context. If you would read the... Natsuki's fist hits me in the stomach full force. Oh, damn. I can't breathe. My vision is blurry. I was almost about to faint, but I finally get a bit of air into my lungs after what felt like minutes. The look on Natsuki's face has drastically changed from before. The manga is flat on the ground. Man, I must have really messed up to somehow deserve this. Natsuki. I'm sorry. Shut up. I can't win, can I? I'm sorry. I just thought we could... Then this thing... I didn't want to hurt you, okay? No, I said shut up! Stop being so freaking sorry. I just want to be taken seriously and not treated like I'm some airheaded cutie. But I always end up hurting others. Don't worry, I'm not that hurt. Besides, it's just some stupid manga. No, I shouldn't be so judgmental. I even wrote a poem about this, and here I am, being judgmental about something I don't even understand. Yeah, people should just leave us to read our manga in peace. I wish Dad would understand that. The mood between us has drastically changed, despite my lungs still hurting. I'm beginning to feel more concerned about the innocent-looking pink-haired girl standing in front of me. I just wish I could give her a hug to cheer her up. You can tell me if something's wrong, Natsuki. I won't judge you or anything. No! You would make fun of me, or worse, tell everybody about my messed up family. It's my problem and I should deal with it like a grown-ass adult. That's what he says, at least. Can't you talk to your mom about this? Oh, man. Natsuki? As if we didn't even get the damn hint last time that her mom is not around. And look, yeah, great. Good job, MC. Now she's sobbing because you were too thick to remember about her mom. I wish. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong is that I have no idea who I can trust. Yuri doesn't want to talk about this. Granny just defends my dad, and my mom is... Natsuki, you're safe here. I swear on my life, nothing you say here will be shared with anyone else ever. She walks to my bed and sits down. Her eyes are locked on the ground and she wipes her tears. If you ever tell this to anybody, I'll beat the crap out of you. Her defeated voice takes out all the bite from her threat. Still, I want to ease her concerns. I sit down next to her, making sure to leave a bit of a gap between us. You can trust me, Natsuki. Always. We sit there in complete silence for a few minutes before she speaks up again. I was only 9 years old. Oh no! Is this a Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life reference? I loved manga so much. I had all of the merchandise. And anime too. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me this is going in that direction. I prayed with manga. I prayed with manga by my side every night before bed, thanking her for the stories I had been given. Manga is love, I said. Manga is life. My dad heard me and called me stupid. I think my devotion to manga reminded him of Mom. I called him Smelly. Man, so this is supposed to be a sentimental moment with Natsuki, but they just took probably the worst meme that you could ever use to blend in with a sentimental moment. So I cannot take this seriously right now. He slapped me and sent me to go to sleep. I was crying and my face hurt. I laid in bed and it was really cold. Suddenly a feeling of warmth came over me. It was Mom. I hope this is not going where it looks like it's going. I felt so happy. She whispered into my ear, "Everything will be okay, pumpkin." Alright, let's see where this goes. She grabbed me with her tender hands and lifted me to my feet. Okay. Alright, I got ready to leave. I ran to our front door with my manga in my hands. It was very bright outside and I couldn't see Mom anymore. So I just ran and ran. I wanted to go with Mom, but then my dad walked in. I woke up. I looked out my window and saw a faint shadow quickly move away and disappear. Caesar, I miss her so much. Natsuki digs her face into her hands and sobs uncontrollably. I find it hard to hold in my own tears. I put my arm over her shoulder and try to comfort her. The only sound I hear is her faint sobbing. She has put down her hands and her eyes are locked on the ground. It's gonna be okay. I'm here for you. Gently pulling on her shoulder, I close the distance between us and start to give her a hug. Before I can hug her, she stands up without a word. I expect her to be upset with me, but she just stands there without a word. She wipes her tears and her quiet, high-pitched voice replaces the silence. You should be happy that you still have your mom with you. Parfait Girls was the last thing. Her expression suddenly changes as if she realized something important. The cupcakes! Oh no, I hope they're not... And with that, Natsuki storms out of my room and into the kitchen. I follow her, but at a slower pace. So I'm guessing what's going to happen here is that Mom's going to save the day and take out the cupcakes in time. I hear her moving things around as I'm approaching the kitchen. She stands up from the oven she just closed and looks at me with a sly smile on her face. Come and check them out. After taking a few steps, I reach down and open the oven. I don't see any cupcakes. Maybe they're in the back? I lean down. Nothing. I stand upright and give Natsuki a suspicious look. She's holding a cupcake in her hand. Where'd you get that? Your mom. At least I think it was her. The second batch is done as well. I look over and Mom is standing by the entrance of the kitchen. She smiles faintly. After glancing at Natsuki, then back at Mom, I think I know what to say. Thanks, Mom. Anytime, sweetheart. She returns to the living room, and I return my gaze to Natsuki. Her smile is as bright as ever, maybe with a hint of bitterness. We packed up most of the cupcakes for tomorrow, leaving half a dozen for just the two of us. I have to admit, some of these summer-themed decorations, drawn with icing, were really creative. This girl has much more to offer than what people probably assume of her. After we cleaned the kitchen and neatly prepared the cupcakes for Natsuki to take home, we went back to my room. I booted up my computer again, but this time I'll let somebody else choose what to play. To my surprise, she chose a fighting game. She wasn't even terrible at it. Although the thing she was doing is called cheesing for a reason. She looks over at the clock on my desk and her enjoyment seems to have all but disappeared. I have to go, now. Is something wrong? She sighs before giving an answer. It's always the same. I'm just trying to be home by the time Dad arrives from work. Today he didn't go to work because he arrived in the morning. Lucky for me, he didn't try to pick a fight like he sometimes does. Pick a fight? Does he hurt you? Let's just go and I'll explain it to you on the way. I didn't plan on going anywhere today, but for her, I'm willing to make an exception. Oh man, are we gonna see Natsuki's dad? We agreed that it's fine if I just go to the nearest bus stop with her. So basically, he doesn't hit me or anything like that. Okay, there were a few exceptions over the years, but it's rare. Look, if you're feeling unsafe, I'll try to talk with my parents and what? Let me live your house rent-free for a year or so, all while we ignore the underlying issue with my family? That's an oddly specific way of phrasing it, but something like that, I guess. Caesar, my dad isn't just some kind of sick bastard that molests me. Sure, he's an irresponsible drunkard, but he does his best to provide for our family. Besides, he's only hit me a few times, and I think I could have avoided those if I wasn't so stubborn. It's not like he goes out of his way to torture me for nonsensical reasons, like leaving the house without my hair tied up. Fine. Whatever happens. Yeah, I know. Thank you for today, Caesar. I'm sorry for hurting you earlier. I'll try to make up for it tomorrow. That's really sweet of you, Nat-chan. We just stand there staring into each other's eyes. Her lips are parted and her eyes tell me something new. Seemingly out of nowhere, the bus stops next to us. She hesitates for a few moments, but she finally steps on board. As the bus is leaving, she waves at me. Her smile is sweeter than any cupcake I ever tasted. Alright, so now we are at Sunday, final day, guys. So let's see what the hell Monika is going to say to us about this. Alright, we can skip. Walking through the corridor, I pass the women's locker room right when the door is slowly opened. My curiosity gets the better of me and I stop momentarily to check who it is. Ah! The colors from her face are drained as she stumbles a step back into the locker room. I'm a lot taller than her, but I don't think I look so ugly and intimidating that I should get this reaction. Well, it looked like you were peeping in on the women's locker room. That's why she was startled. Don't do that! Yeah, exactly. Don't do that. She shoves her fist against my arm, but the impact was way more gentle than I expected. Don't scare me like that, 'cause I will... Beat me? No, but I'll be mad at you, dummy. Why were you so careful when exciting? Are you up to something, Natsuki? No, it's just... Never mind. You're gonna find out later anyway. Okay, where to now? What does it look like? I don't know. Making snow angels? In a bikini? In the middle of freaking summer? It's called a joke, Natsuki. God. Hey, it's winter at other parts of the world. Well, your brain was clearly left in the snow somewhere. I'm off to play with the beach ball Sayori brought. If you can manage to keep your eyes off me and on the ball, you might even be allowed to join. Okay, Natsuki, I've never heard her say anything nearly that flirtatious. But, alright. Sure, whatever, Natsuki. That sounds difficult, but lucky for you, I'm up for the challenge. Prepare to get destroyed, 10 to null, 0. I follow Natsuki into the pool and notice Monika and Sayori passing a red, white, and blue beach ball between each other. They look like they're having fun and are both fully engaged. Monika's athletic figure glides in the water like a dolphin. At the same time, Sayori's clumsiness shows as I see her miss 2 of the 3 shots she makes while we're approaching them. When they see me, they wave their hands at me. The 5 of us position ourselves so Natsuki and I are close together, while the other 2 girls are about 20 feet, so about 5 meters, so about 33 bananas away from us. The 5 of us? Well, what about Yuri? That's 4. After a weak shot from the other team, Natsuki wants to show off by hitting the ball way too hard. Consequently, the ball flies out of the pool and rolls away until it reaches a wall. Monika looks at Natsuki expectantly as she responds with rolling her eyes. As she's the one who shot the ball outside, she gets to go retrieve it as well. Coming to the side of the pool closest to Yuri, she gets ready to throw back the beach ball. Yo, catch these balls. What? Okay, Natsuki's talking. Yuri pops up very, very close, and Natsuki says, yo, catch these balls. What the hell is going on here? I only see one. Natsuki passes the beach ball to Yuri and jumps in right after it. Cannonball! Water splashes all over Sayori's face as Natsuki dives in. I could almost feel the ripples. Ah! Geez, sorry. It's a pretty standard stunt, Yuri. So that's 2 Simpsons references that we've seen in this mod. You could have at least warned me. Where's the fun in that? Monika approached the 2 while the scene played out. You shouldn't jump in the side of the pool like that, you know. Yes, Miss President. I'm not saying that as your president, Natsuki. It's just a friendly reminder. You could slip, and I wouldn't want to see you snap your neck or have some other horrible accident. Alright, so Monika's still in a little bit of a bad mood, it seems. Whatever. There's a diving board that's just for this purpose. You know what? I'll go there. Come on, Caesar, let's try the diving board. Ah, me? Stop playing dumb and come along. Before I say another word, Natsuki goes off to leave the swimming pool. That's so typical of her, but she invited me, so I feel kinda obligated to follow. We climb out of the pool and begin making our way over to the diving boards. Fortunately, there isn't much of a line, so we'll be able to get on it rather quickly. Yo, wanna take a shortcut? Okay. Yeah, Natsuki, yeah, let's take a shortcut. As in, let's ditch the others and go have some fun somewhere else. Huh? I dare you to jump from up there. She points to another diving board further down the pool. My eyes wander upward to take in the massive size of the high dive. Last time we were here, I didn't notice that towering structure. I mean, no, a high dive is not that scary. Like, high dives are never more than, you know, like, what, 15 feet in the air? I mean, I could do that. Although I'm not afraid of heights, a quiet, nervous laughter escapes my mouth. That's high. That's high. What's that, Caesar? Chicking it out before checking it out? Before I can say my retort, she starts imitating a chicken to mock me. No, but I bet you won't do it after me. Natsuki's teasing expression quickly gives way to a look of shock. With you? Why do I have to do it? That's my condition. I won't do it unless you come with me. Natsuki summons her trademark pouting expression while processing the situation. She's most likely digging deep to find a catty retort. Aw, what's the matter, Caesar? Forgot to ask Mommy to come with you to hold your hand? A few people waiting to jump in look over to us. The anticipation for how this will go down grows within me. Psh, I'm perfectly fine with doing it. I was just trying to help you overcome your fear of things taller than you. Oh ho ho! MC, snap! Natsuki, clearly upset, raises her bold fist. To my surprise, she doesn't hit me, only fumes to herself for a few seconds before speaking again. Fine, I'll do it, but only because I want to show you how to do a real high dive. I'm sure it'll be incredible, Natsuki. I wish I were as good as you. You will be one day if needed. Natsuki can teach you. I gotta admit, it feels good to make such a feminine cutie happy. Feminine? No, I wouldn't call Natsuki feminine. But why did she speak in the third person all of a sudden? Come on, we don't have all day. Alright. Natsuki takes the first step towards the high dive, but her body language signals nervousness rather than eagerness. Even though she's facing away, I can imagine her lips locked in a pout as she mutters something about what a dummy I am. After a short walk, we stop next to the steps leading to the raised diving board. Looking up at it, I can easily see why most people would steer clear of it. Diving off this board clearly isn't for the faint of heart. Well, Caesar, you're up. I smirk at her. Ladies first. Ooh, age before beauty. Aw, come on. It was your idea. You go first. Natsuki sighs. Fine. I guess I actually have to show you how it's done. I stand aside to let Natsuki climb up. Looking up at her for a moment, I realize how unusual this situation is. If we were in school in a similar arrangement, she would probably freak out and call me a pervert and all the rest. Her enthusiasm seems to have vanished by the time she got to the top. She's just standing there holding onto the railing. After about half a minute of this stillness, I'm starting to get concerned. Hey, Natsuki! I'm looking up to ya! Literally. Don't get scared stiff now! If she's afraid of jumping, the feeling is infectious. Her lack of response makes me more worried with each passing second. Natsuki, you okay up there? And I don't mean in her head. Still no response from her. I have to do something. Hastily walking up the steps, I join her at the top of the towering structure. In other circumstances, I'd enjoy the view from up here, but I'm far too concerned for Natsuki to take care of any of that. Her face is noticeably pale. Yeah, it is. Which only makes me more worried for her. Natsuki? She looks up at me with a drowsy look in her eyes while holding onto her forehead. Oh no! She's going to sleep from lack of nutrition. You okay, Natsuki? Yeah, I just feel... are you tired? Did you get enough sleep? No, I'm fine. Give me a second, I'll show you how pro jumps. Come on, Natsuki, you're clearly not fine. Did you have breakfast today? No. Why? That could explain this. It's probably around noon now, so even I'm getting hungry. I can only imagine what it's like for her to strain herself physically on an empty tank. Let's go get something for you to eat, alright? You're just saying that to get out of jumping. Caesar the cowardly dummy. I put my hand on her shoulder to motion her towards the steps. Her footing is less stable than I expected, so I wrap my arm around her to provide some support on the way down. To my surprise, she doesn't resist, and we slowly descend down from the high dive. On our way down, we didn't say a word, but it felt like I was getting some sort of message from her. I almost feel guilty for mildly enjoying this intimate moment between us. Her arm is resting over my neck while I'm holding onto her side with a gentle grip on her smooth skin. It wouldn't surprise me if skipping breakfast was a habit of hers. She's so skinny, I can practically feel her ribs, even with the most careful touch. After finishing the steps, I look over to Natsuki. Her eyes meet my gaze. I feel her soft breath graze my face. Her pink eyes dominate my vision. If it wasn't for her condition, I might think her eyes were telling me something else. Realizing the situation we're in, Natsuki removes her arm from me and takes a step back. What are you doing? Don't think I didn't notice, you perv. My eyes widen, and I'm baffled at Natsuki's sudden outburst. She didn't have a problem with it while we were going down the steps. Now she's acting all upset, like I did something wrong. Will I ever be able to figure girls out? Natsuki, we should really get something to eat for you. Fine, but not because you said so, dummy. Oh, that gives me an idea. Do you want to... Could you speak a little louder? Just shut up and come with me, okay? Alright, as long as we get something to eat, I'm in. Sheesh, Sayori really rubbed off on you. Hey, I meant it in your favor. Natsuki proceeds to make her way towards the corridor leading to the locker rooms. Maybe she has a stash of food in her locker? Wow, I did not expect Natsuki to actually bring MC to the locker rooms. That's, I mean, if she asks MC, or even, you know, just like implies that MC should come into the locker room with her, like Monika did, then I don't know. I think that's about as uncharacteristic for Natsuki as you can possibly get. My mouth begins to water at the thought, and I immediately feel like the dummy she likes to call me. Alright, wait here for a minute. Natsuki, you're acting kind of weird. Why did you drag me here just to wait for you? I'm gonna change clothes. You're not supposed to watch me while I do that, dummy. Not gonna lie, the way she said that is almost tempting. Yeah, like, she's... This whole scene, it's like she's telling you, she's like, you shouldn't do it, but, I mean, you could if you wanted to. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting right now, and this is weird for Natsuki. Of course, I wouldn't do such a thing, unless Monika tells you to, as we discovered in another route. Just chill. It won't take long, and I'll let you know when I'm done. Fine. Why couldn't she just change clothes and then ask me to help with whatever she needs help with? Whatever. While I wait for Natsuki, I clear my thoughts. The events of yesterday pop into my mind. Maybe she brought that... Suddenly I hear her call out to me from inside the room. Ah, here we go. She wants me to go into the locker room. Yes, she does. Since I trust that she wouldn't call out to me like that if it wasn't okay, I grab onto the handle and cautiously step inside. I head over to Natsuki. I lean against the lockers next to her while she enters in her combination and takes her bag out. Natsuki rummages around looking for something in her pink bag that's speckled with white polka dots. After a moment of searching, she seems to have found what she was looking for. Aha, here you are. I see Natsuki pull out a box of cupcakes. Natsuki? Yeah, what is it? Is this something you really needed my help with? I mean, you could... No, I don't actually need help with this. She sets the box of cupcakes down on the bench next to us. Natsuki, why did you bring MC into the women's locker room for this? She stares down at the floor, avoiding my gaze. If she didn't need my help, then why did you bring me here? Yes, please explain, Natsuki. I get that you're very proud of your cupcakes, but couldn't you wait to show me? No, it's not that, dummy. Natsuki mutters softly. Then what is it? Natsuki suddenly meets my gaze, face flushed with anger. I wanted to ask you something stupid, alright? In the women's locker room? That still doesn't make sense, Natsuki. I mean, there are many other places that are more appropriate to ask a question. If you want to ask something out of earshot, then, do what all of the other girls did and just, move away from the pool where nobody else is and just ask. Natsuki's shouting seems to have taken both of us off guard. I stand there speechless as Natsuki comes to terms with the tone she hit. Her frustration quickly gives way to a look of guilt and shame. I try to move the conversation forward in hopes of breaking this awkward tension. Well, hey, if you want to ask me something, I'm listening. Ask away. Natsuki takes a few deep breaths. Okay. Caesar. Look. This really isn't easy for me. What did you want to ask me? Natsuki shuts her eyes as her body tenses up. Why? What? What is she getting at? I'm sorry, I don't understand the question. Why me? I mean, why did you choose to spend your time with me? Out of all the others, you literally could have gotten with any of them. And probably with less effort, too. You've known Sayori your whole life, and Yuri and Monika are more mature. Heck, probably more than I'll ever be. So why did you choose me, Caesar? I was so rude to you when we first met. And yet, you still wanted to spend time with me. I had a suspicion that Natsuki was hiding something under that overly tough attitude, but I couldn't grasp just how insecure she was until now. Okay, I'm still stuck on why the hell did this have to happen in the women's locker room? What were you looking to get out of this? What do you want? Caesar, I need to know. Natsuki's question hits me like a sack of bricks. I certainly wasn't expecting her to ask something like this. Well, when the summer started, I really had no intention of doing anything exciting. I never thought I'd be spending it getting to know you, Yuri, Monika, and reconnecting with Sayori. Originally, I thought I was going to spend it like I always had, mostly by myself. But that all changed when I ran into Sayori again. I didn't really know anyone from the group other than Sayori, and I figured I should try to get to know someone new for a change. When I first met you, yeah, I did think you were a bit assertive. But I figured it's worth a shot since we had at least one interest in common. Then after we spent some time together, I saw what you're really like. Natsuki, you're funny, you have a great taste in manga and in food. But more importantly, I now know that behind those defenses you've put up is a really sweet and caring girl. Even if you don't want to show it or admit it, you do care about your friends and those around you. Heck, even that punch could have been avoided yesterday if I was more careful with my words. It's now or never. I might not get another chance like this with her. Before saying it out loud, I avert my gaze in fear of her reaction. Overall, what I'm trying to say is, I really like you, Natsuki. She's silent. I'm afraid to look her in the eyes after making the situation so awkward. Without another word, she sits down on a small bench and lets out a sigh. Internally, I prepare for her rejection. You better not say that just because you want to get with me. Because if you're one of those weirdos who's only into my type, I'm gonna beat you. Her quivering voice is in stark contrast to her threats of violence. Still, I want to grant her wish and take her seriously even now. No, I'm not like that. You can trust me, Natsuki. She looks away and lets out another sigh. It's clear that the reason for it isn't anger this time. I really want to believe you, Caesar. As far as I can remember, I've had awful experiences with guys in life. I guess after dealing with people like my dad and my older brother over the years, okay, so Natsuki has an older brother apparently, then what that bastard called Taiga dragged me through, whoever the hell Taiga is. She furrows her eyebrows and clenches her fists as she recalls all her memories. There were a couple of guys who gave me compliments now and then, but I assumed all of them had the same intentions. Then you came along and I don't know what to say, okay? Me neither, Natsuki. However, I dare not to say it since I want to earn her trust. I want to prove to her that I'm not like those guys. I crouch down in front of her so that our eyes are on the same level. Hope I can make Dad proud this time. So, okay, still, the big plot hole that is happening here is, if Natsuki is so distrusting of guys, why the hell did she lure MC into the women's locker room? You know, she tempted him, then when he didn't go for the temptation, she flat out told him, hey, come in here. Come here into this women's locker room where you're not supposed to be. So, this is still weird to me. I know this is supposed to be like, you know, a sentimental moment, but there's too many variables here that do not connect with each other. Look, not all guys are the same, just as not all girls are the same. I've certainly learned that by being friends with Sayori. Natsuki manages a small smile at my attempt at humor, but what happened to you is not the norm. You had every right to be suspicious of me given your past experiences. I don't blame you for it. After what you've been through with your father, your brother, with that other guy, I understand you. But please, hear me out. You're an incredible person to be around, Natsuki. I'm glad I've gotten the chance to know you. You've been the highlight of my summer. Natsuki takes a moment to process all the things I've said. Even in this dimly lit women's locker room, seriously, can they just get out of there? I can see her eyes glimmer with a vague sense of hope. You're the first guy in a long time that I feel like I can trust. You've taken me seriously. You actually treat me like I matter. Natsuki's voice starts to break as her eyes begin to tear up. She quickly shuts her eyes and her body tenses up. Caesar. Like yesterday, I make an attempt to hug her in hopes of consoling her. Just as I'm extending my arms towards her, she stands up, almost like she sensed my intentions. She walks a few steps from me, still crying a bit. Maybe she didn't believe me? Good going, Caesar. Or maybe she just wants me to go through with it and not give up so easily? She didn't reject me after all. I stand up and walk over to her. She's facing away from me with a careful gesture. I put my hand on her shoulder and motion her to turn towards me. Natsuki. She complies, but doesn't look me in the eye. Her body is tense, but she's responsive to my every move. God, I hope this works. There's a knock at the door. I'm gonna call it and say that that's Monika. Natsuki looks startled and maybe even a little angry, although it's probably not because of me for once. She motions with her head that I should check the door myself. No! I'm a guy in the women's locker room. Why the hell should I be the one to check the door? I should hide. I should hide while you check the door, Natsuki. What the hell? Before opening the door, I look back into the room. Natsuki's probably hiding behind the lockers. Whoever it is, they ruined the mood. I'm gonna say it's Monika. My heart sinks as I open the door. It's Monika, isn't it? Yep, it's Monika. I think she's here to like, just cut the Natsuki route short. Monika? Caesar, could you spare me a minute? We need to talk. I step into the corridor and close the locker room behind me. The fact that I'm still in my swimming shorts only heightens the tension that I feel in Monika's tone. What's wrong, Monika? She lets out a deep sigh before speaking up once again. Did you have fun with us, Caesar? Did you enjoy the time you spent with us this week? What's this leading up to? She looked like she was trying to accommodate me since our first meeting. Sure, I guess. How about Thursday? Had a good day? That's the day the two of us walked around town. I'm not a walking enthusiast, but it was nice getting to know Monika more as a person. I think so. Why? How about yesterday? Ooh, what's this music? I'm sure a date with a cute girl like Natsuki is a lot of fun. Did you taste her cupcakes? Maybe something more? What? How did you know about that? Besides, it wasn't a date. It's fine, Caesar. Really, it's fine. I should have known I'm going to be the odd one out. Still, I don't understand why. You never really joined the literature club. It was all different this time. I didn't do anything bad. Then why? Tears begin to form in her eyes. Monika, I did exactly what you wanted me to do. You have no reason to be upset with me right now. My mind is clouded by guilt, but I can't find the source. It's funny, you know, how life gives us opportunities, only to crush my dreams soon after. Your dreams have not been crushed, Monika! I accepted that I can't find the happiness I was looking for in the literature club, but I was hoping maybe if I leave it behind and try something new, you might think I'm in control of my life. of things behind the scenes. But I really can't do anything, Caesar. I'm just a girl who wanted to be loved by someone who sees more in her than a prize to be won. Just a girl yearning to find real happiness. Was that too much to wish for? Monika, what the hell is this? Instead, I became the token throwaway choice on Wednesday. No, you weren't, Monika. I needed to do that side date to completely finish your route. I needed to get that extra picture of you so that you would show up on Thursday. What do you mean by that, Monika? This is not meant for you, Caesar. I hope you're happy with the choices you made. Oh, so this is my fault, Monika. Is that what you're saying? Okay, so it's my fault for doing exactly what you wanted me to do. No, you know what, Monika? Fine. You want me to be real with you for a minute, Monika? I will. I will be real, okay? You want to know why I didn't pick you, Monika? Because I do remember. That's right. I remember, Monika. I remember everything. You bring up the point that just because I didn't join the literature club this time, that means that I'm supposed to just forget about what happened? That I'm supposed to just forget that you murdered 3 girls in cold blood? That you manipulated 2 of them and drove them to suicide? That you erased the other one completely from existence? Then you destroyed the world just because you had this obsession with me? I'm supposed to just forget that you did that, Monika? I'm supposed to just forget about all the horrible things that you did, and then after you were done with them, you showed absolutely no guilt, no remorse whatsoever, Monika? I'm supposed to just forget about that? No, I refuse, Monika. I remember everything, and I will not forget. I don't care what reality we're in. I don't care what mod we're playing. You're a monster, Monika. That's all you'll ever be to me. A soulless monster. I'm just messing with you, Monika. I'm just trying to finish the Natsuki route. Chill out. At least one of us will be then. I'm actually glad this week is finally ending. I don't know how many times we have left, but I hope this won't be the last time I see you. Just remember, I'll be there on Sunday. I'll be there as many times as I have to. I hope you enjoyed the show. See you next time, if there is a next time. Monika cut the route short, guys. So what I think I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to go through the route again, and I'm gonna have to do a side date with a different girl besides Natsuki. See, look, there's the picture of Natsuki that we didn't get to see because Monika just got jealous. So yeah, give me a minute, guys. I'm gonna cut the video here and redo the entire route so that we can get the true ending with Natsuki. Okay, so now we're doing the Sayori side date. We let her go first last time, let's be the first this time. Yeah, I want to be first, Sayori. Just don't go too hard, Caesar. I don't want to lose it right away. Alright, and going. Yep, there's the picture with Sayori. Okay guys, now it is Sunday, and we are, I guess, having our confrontation with Sayori a little early here. We pass by Sayori's house, she comes out without her bow, so, oh hi you, Sayori. Are you going to the meetup at the pool? I'm not going anywhere, Caesar. The tone of her voice is worrying, and all traces of her usual cheerful act are absent. Something must have happened that caused her to change so much in such a short time. So, where are you going today? Nowhere. I just came down to get some fresh air. She's avoiding looking at me. I've known her for a long time, and the way she's acting now makes me think something terrible happened. I don't want her to think I don't actually care, so I should ask her about it. What's wrong, Sayori? The way you're acting is really weird. I don't even know if I've seen you like this before. Well, it's because you're seeing it for the first time. For the first time? Have I missed out on so much since we drifted apart that she's changed this much? I don't understand. Please, tell me what happened, because I'm getting worried. I guess we should put a stop to that, right? Not that it's going to matter anymore. Do you really want to hear this before you go and have your fun with the others? I couldn't stop thinking about it if you kept it to yourself. We're friends after all. Yeah, friends. I visited my grandparents yesterday. When I was little, I used to think Granny was a little pushy, but she was really sweet this time. I was telling her about all the stuff that happened to me lately. I mentioned you too, Caesar. I told her about our day at the park, and... She pauses for a few seconds, but continues just as I was about to say something. She grabbed me by my shoulder, looked me straight in my eyes, and said, "Don't hide the pain, Sayori." I tried to smile. I tried to make a joke. I really did, but no words came out of my mouth. I couldn't hold it in anymore, and I broke down in tears. After all these years, somebody noticed what I was going through. Somebody tried to see past my cutesy act and made me feel like I matter. I told her everything. About you, Caesar. About the good times we had together. About the rain clouds. Well, what do you mean? I had feelings of depression for as long as I can remember, but it wasn't this bad before. When I was younger, my family cared about me more. As I grew up, everybody seemed to grow distant. My parents stopped taking me to places. They started spending more time at work. After coming to high school, I lost my old friends too. All I had was you. Then you visited me less and less. Sayori. Then it only got worse. The rain clouds came more often. I kept telling myself that this is all because I don't deserve people's attention. Why would I? Who do I think I am to believe that people owe me any love? Sayori, that's not true. Please, just let me finish. I'm taken aback by her sudden change of tone. I was so happy when you... She starts sobbing and her voice breaks. When you visited me from time to time. I needed you more than ever, but I hated myself for being so selfish. I started to wish that you stayed with me more. But I didn't want to make you feel obligated to care for me. Foolishly, I fostered a speck of hope that you would love me back. Every day was a battle between my hope for your unreachable love and my inescapable worthlessness. After you rejected my invitation to the literature club, I felt hopeless. I didn't want to bother you anymore. This club was the only thing that kept me going each day. They accepted me through my poems. Even if superficially. Now here you are. And I wanted to believe so hard that things could be like they were before if I invited you to the only place where I felt safe. On Thursday, you really did make me believe it was possible. Sayori, we can still... Caesar, I know you went on a date with Natsuki. Grandma told me this would happen, but I didn't listen. I lied to myself. Every morning when I woke up, I said everything is going to be okay, but I was lying. And I don't know how much longer I could have kept doing it. Have a swell night, Caesar. Sayori turns away and starts taking steps towards her house. I follow her and reach for her arm. Sayori, wait! Don't talk to me ever again! I feel a chill running down my spine, and the shock of the moment roots me in place. I just lost my childhood friend. A lone tear rolls down my cheek. I can't believe what I just witnessed. There must be something I could have done differently to avoid this from happening. Nah, inevitably it's gonna happen, because you have to do it in order to get all of the pictures unlocked. That kind of sucks that inevitably you have to reject each girl at least once and see them have, their episode like this. But, you gotta do what you gotta do to beat the mod, I guess. But how could I have known what she's going through? Is it really my fault? Am I just too afraid to take responsibility? Was she giving me hints? Maybe I should have asked her about more things on Thursday? It's too late. I can't go back and change anything. I look towards the end of our street and see my bus leaving. It's gone now. But I can still catch the next one. The next one. I can't take this. I can't just stand here wallowing in pain I caused with my carelessness like some helpless loser. You weren't being careless, MC. I don't know what other horrible things today will throw at me, but whatever it is, it can't be worse than this. I take the first step towards the bus stop. Alright guys, here we are. So yeah, final picture of Natsuki, and so Monika didn't ruin it this time. Damn it, Monika. Okay, without a second thought, I cautiously take her hand into mine. I gaze into her now glossy eyes. They sparkle like the most beautiful amethyst gems. The view is mesmerizing. Her face is now filled with a mix of emotions. I can't tell if she is going to slap me for being so bold. Caesar. Yes? We stand there for the longest moment in my life. The anticipation of things to come, whether good or bad, is overflowing in me. Her breathing is uneven, yet I feel no tension in her hand. Close your eyes. Ooh. Hello, Natsuki. But why? Just do it, dummy. Alright. I oblige to Natsuki's request and close my eyes. I hear her take a step towards me. Please don't hit me again. I hear her breathing for a moment, feeling it getting closer. She gave me a kiss on the cheek. I feel my face feel hot with embarrassment. Before I can respond, I feel her burying her face in my chest with almost violent force. Her arms are wrapped around me and holding me tight, like she's afraid of letting go. My arms follow, embracing her frail body for the first time. Thank you, Natsuki. No talking, dummy. Only cuddling? Mm-hmm. Alright. So, that's the third route done, guys. And now we've gone through this game 4 times. I'm gonna skip through a whole lot of that third time because, Jesus. Monika had to, you know, just be a sore loser and force us to go through this game again to finish the Natsuki route, but we finished it. So, this video was way longer than I thought it would be. I'm gonna try to make it as short as possible. It's gonna take some pretty fancy editing to make that happen. But you guys have all seen the credits before, so I'm not going to delay this any further. There's the Natsuki picture, there's the Sayori picture. So that's everything new we've seen. So, thank you for watching, guys. Until next time, I'm Caesar Madrazo, and I am out.